out here. It is raining. What a crappy day. But I figured instead of riding today, because everything's closed, let's do a little video on what does a 75-hour restoration look like. And currently, this is what it is. Back in 2019, I did a complete restoration on this 1993 CR125. It's been through many pipes, many set of grips, many bruises and tires and everything else. I'll quickly insert a photo of what it looked like right after the restoration. But yeah, pretty much the only thing that I did different was the Dunlop tires from the restoration, and went through several tanks. If you're restoring one of these old CRs, the tanks are a pain in the ass to get, and it's one of those things where either go with a Clark or keep on buying OEMs that are going to crack and yellow and whatever. So currently at the moment there is an OEM tank on here that is severely yellowed. I figured I'm racing the bike anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But just a little review here, just everything, man. Like rear rotor, graphics kit at the time, just everything. The frame was done from one of my uncles. He did it at his body shop at his work, and this is crazy. You know, that has like 3 coats of primer, 3-stage primer, and this crazy. And you know, and you can see here it's starting to chip on the bottom, but that's what you get for 75 hours, right? But yeah, other than that, this is pretty much it. Brand new linkage bearings, bars at the time. The only thing like I said, I had to reuse with the tank and the front number plate to get the correct period style front number plate. You can see here, it just has that curve, right? The little rounded edge. GPI rads, pro circuit pipe with a dent, several dents. There's a story behind that one at Area 51. I was out in practice, and me and another rider came together, and not even a first run on that pipe, and I dented it the first lap out. So, but yeah, cracked side rad shrouds here. You can see on this side as well. That was another land. Somebody landed on me. They cross jumped me, and you can see their chain mark all on the side of the tank here. Just crazy shit, you know. Like, what are you gonna do, right? But yeah, GD jetting kit hooked us up with this build as well back then. Just changing things over and over again, trying the PWK Air Striker carb. Just everything. Been to the Transcan with this bike. Still has a Transcan sticker on the front from the practice sessions. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This was one of those builds where I saw an old trophy cabinet and an old VHS tape of an old race back in the day. My uncle used to race this bike back semi-pro, and it just came to me one day. Let's restore it, find one, restore it, and go from there. And when I did purchase it back in 2019, it was what, I think it was $800. So you can't get that nowadays. You can't get a bike that cheap. It was completely running. I'll insert a clip when I first picked it up. And yeah, just crazy shit, and just unbelievable how things turn around in over the years. So, but yeah, one other thing that I'm going to mention though, rear suspension has never been touched, never been done. The rear shock is original. I really haven't touched it since, unless somebody did something to it back in the day. But the front forks I do have the 250 springs from the 93 250 in here to stiffen up the front end a little bit. I did notice it was bottoming out at certain times as well. And yeah, just bottom end hot rods crank, top end Vertex piston, full pro circuit exhaust. At one point, if we can come over here, you can see the stinger here, the tip. I had the old school stinger at the end. It was just really loud, so I threw back the old cone style. Same thing with gearing. Gearing 53 rear sprocket and a 14 front. A little more just top end of the bike a little bit, you know. And yeah, just crazy shit. Running the stock carb. I didn't mention, like I said, we were experimenting with the PWK at the time. And I noticed not much of a difference. It revved out a little bit cleaner, but it wasn't noticeable. So I just went back to stock. Nothing beats stock. Same thing. If you watch the last vlog from the practice track, you know, had a crash. I'm all healed up now, but this bike's seen everything. It's been everywhere. Who knows? Whoever had it before. I heard there was like 2 owners before us when I purchased this one. Who knows where they've been with it? It's just, it has so much history behind it, and just unbelievable. But yeah, always 40-1. And tried out the Monday Tech purple synthetic, fully synthetic stuff that More Racing was suggesting, and it's running all right with that. I noticed it's really thin, but yeah, other than that, that is pretty much it. That is the build. That is basically what it looks like after 75 hours. Just unbelievable. And too many more hours with it. I'm going to do another rebuild on it, do a whole refresh, and just going to keep on rebuilding and keep on riding it. OEM inner clutch gaskets, the Kickstarter, you know, got all rebuilt. These backgrounds, done by hand. I got a piece of white vinyl, and I basically cut them out myself. Doing it old school, right? Because that's what they did back in the day, right? It was just a white background, and you just slapped your 7-inch numbers on top. That's what we did here, at least up in the Ontario racing with CMRC back in the day. But yeah, come over here, you can see the hour meter, 74.6 hours. So it's pretty much there at the 75-hour mark. Just crazy. Original fork guards, that's another thing too. These guards are original. They have the Honda stamp down below here, and just crazy to think, right? Everything else is UFO plastics. The seat cover is an eBay special. Graphics are throttle jockey, which are the closest to original as possible as what you can get. Little things like these rear brake guards, the plastic things, all OEM, the connecting boot for the silencer to the exhaust, the pipe, the new rubber piece there. Rear hub, I didn't even bother. I redid the front one, but this was something I had to do before a race, I remember, and it was just like there was something going on, I believe, with the spoke, or the hub actually cracked itself. So I ended up having to find another one, and ever since then, this was actually 2 years ago, I've just been running this hub, the whole wheel set, to be honest, the rear wheel set. But it is pretty much a death trap at this point. But you know, it takes a different riding technique to ride these old girls, and yeah. One other thing too, HPI ignition. At first I was skeptical. I was really skeptical with the HPI ignition, and I said, you know what, screw it. Spent the $500, went with it, and I honestly would not recommend any other ignition system. It's great. It's a little tricky to find that before top dead center. You had to use a dial indicator and all that, but once it's set perfect, honestly, it's still going strong. It's been a few months on it, and yeah. Other than that, that is pretty much it. And